Guys, wow, that's really streaky. How's it going, guys? Uh, I have a huge unboxing today to do. I thought I'd take you through my mail just because sometimes it's tough to go through the mail when you get so much of it. Uh, I've got, all these boxes over here. I've got all these packages over here. And I've got a CGC and a CBCS box to go through. So we're going to go through it all in just 1 minute. Stay tuned. All right. Comics, where we discuss all things comics, go through mail calls, talk about auctions, which I do every week on Instagram on Thursday nights. I will be going live this Thursday. And this week, this video is part of a series of all new content, some of which I recorded like 6 months ago, but I'm trying to sweep the slate clear and give you guys new videos every week this week after being pretty much absent from YouTube for the last half year. So thank you guys for welcoming me back to the space. It's always nice to be here on YouTube. And join me over on Instagram if you want to get some good comic deals on Thursdays. All right. First, I'll give you a little teaser. Just wanted to show this off because I'm excited about it. This is a Daredevil #7 in a 4.0 off-white to white page. And this thing is a book that I've really wanted for a long time. I keep sort of hunting for raw copies on eBay and stuff ever since I really got back into comics. And for some reason, the price point just always kind of eludes me. I just can't really pull the trigger, and I see it climbing and climbing. And I recently got the opportunity to pick it up from a friend of mine who gave me a sweet price. So shout out to Matt. You know who you are, not me. I'm not shouting out myself. My buddy Matt helped me acquire this little Daredevil key here. First red suit Daredevil and Daredevil #7. Also a great Submariner cover. So thank you for that. All right, let's we're gonna go through some regular mail. We'll take a break for the slabs in the middle, and then we'll finish the rest of the mail. So I promise you, there's some really good stuff in this mail call today. I'm gonna go through these boxes first. Let's see. We have something from Brandon in Colorado. Let's see what we got here. How's everybody today? I think I don't have anybody in the room yet. I think I just announced this video like 10 minutes before I went live. But maybe we'll get some folks in as we go. I think we got somebody in the room. Welcome to whoever that is. Opening our first package of maybe like 10 or 15 packages today. Gonna be epic. I just haven't really had time to go through the mail, so it's nice to get a chance. And as long as I'm making a video per day this week, I might as well do it on camera. All right, so it looks like we just got a couple of raws in here. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, right off the bat, we got a good one, guys. This is one I've been looking forward to getting for quite some time. It's not this one, it's the other one. Here's a Punisher meets Archie. Nothing wrong with that. Not mad at that at all. But here, ladies and gentlemen, is a New Mutants 98 newsstand. This is super high grade. Now, guys, every once in a while, I kind of take a shot on goal with a New Mutants 98, which is to say, I find a raw copy. This is one of those books that is super, coveted, but also very abundant. So sort of like ASM 300. They come up a lot, and a lot of times, people don't really know what they have, or they know what they have, but they don't know what they can get for it or whatever. And sometimes you got to roll the dice on an inexperienced seller who might not supply you with as many pictures as you might want, but you sort of get a feeling that you're going to do well with the copy, and you got to pull the trigger. So this is one of those. I did it one time where a guy had kept his copy of New Mutants 98 in a picture frame since it came out in, what year was it, 1990 or whatever, 1992. Kept it in a picture frame, and he would not open it up from the picture frame to show me pictures. So I had to blindly pull the trigger on the copy. It was probably like $200. I sold it to a friend, and he got a 9.8 with it. So miracles do happen with sketchy eBay sellers. Sometimes you have to roll the dice. This was one of those. I mean, you can see it's shipped in a plastic bag that is not taped, for example, right? I mean, not an experienced seller. I see a couple of spine ticks on it. I don't know if you can see that by the staple. There's a little bit of a tick there. I can see this getting a 9.4, maybe a 9.6, and it's in a newsstand, and I don't have any other copies of it right now. So I'm super psyched to have that and grade it. Let me see. Oh, I got West Coast Avengers in the house. Thank you, Dave, for tuning in. Nice to see you, homie. You guys should all check out West Coast Avengers. And you might see yours truly in a cameo of sorts. A couple cameos. Maybe a longer full appearance, actually, sometime soon. Right, Dave? No pressure. No rush. I'm in no hurry. So that was a good start. We got a nice New Mutants 98 in the mail call. Let's see what we got here. We got something from Herman in Michigan. West Coast Dave claimed the New Mutants 98. I didn't tell you the price, Dave. It's actually $5,000. Hope that's cool with you. PayPal, friends and fam. All right, we got some packing peanuts. Nobody likes packing peanuts. No, sir. That's okay. We're just going to make a mess. Going to clean it up later. This is what packing peanuts do, guys. Nobody likes a packing peanut. Don't be a packing peanut. Peanut. Enough of that. Dave is unclaiming. Dave is still keeping me company. Dave, you have to stay here for an hour. It's going to take me to open this mail, okay? You gotta be my wingman. Lonely over here on the YouTube. When I go live on Instagram, I get probably 10 people showing up and hanging out no matter what time of day. Here on YouTube, it's scary. Lonely. Ooh, okay. Another fun one, guys. Secret Wars 8. So, this is a copy that I think I paid handsomely for. This. Do you guys notice anything about this? I'm going to smudge my lens again. Do you guys notice anything about this copy, Dave? What stands out to you about this? What would you like to share with the class, Dave? All right, Dave's pricing books. He's hanging out. You guys check out him in the live chat if you want to see who I'm talking to. I'm not a crazy person. There is someone named Dave. Not unlike his imaginary friend, Dave. Anyway, this copy, to me, looks additionally red. This looks like a red copy to me, and I am bullish on Secret Wars 8 in the darker red copies. Maybe it's because there's much ado about Edge of Spider-Verse 2. You know, the dark variants, the black variants, stuff like that, the color variants, right? Or not the color variants, but like the printing variation, you could call it, right? So I just keep noticing, it's sort of like newsstands, like before newsstands became a thing. I'm going to open up something else from Noah. Looks like they packed it in Christmas wrap for some reason. They didn't want to ship it in an Amazon Prime box, so they packaged it with Christmas wrap around that. Okay. I guess. But it's sort of like before price variants, before we knew that that newsstands were going to command a price differential. It was sort of like, interesting. I don't see as many newsstands around. Okay, I wonder if that'll become a thing someday. And then it did. I know that sometimes with like printing deviations or whatever, or variations, it's not so much like a printing error. It's not necessarily something that you can quantify. So it's not something you would see on a label, on like a CGC label, for example. But it's sort of like, to me, it's sort of like how people don't value or grade for centering, for example. Like New Mutants 98, going back to that, or Secret Wars 8 for that matter. One of the things that drew me to this copy was that it was centered really nicely. You see all of the text. It's pretty parallel to the top edge. There's a lot of deviation in Copper Age books, especially with like how the books are printed, So grading companies don't necessarily account for that, how centered it is, like they do on sports cards or whatever. But it's something that we as collectors should be keeping our eyes out for, in my opinion. That is sort of like a white page versus a cream page, sort of like that. Like there's an unofficial premium attached to nicely centered books, nice colors, how it presents in general, right? And then, in addition to that, I would just add things like color variations like this. That's significantly more red than an orange copy. And I don't know if someday it'll become like a thing where people are like, oh, a red cover, where they can kind of quantify how many Secret Wars 8s are more red than orange, or if it's more of just a spectrum and we just give a premium to the red ones. Anyway, long story short, I love the red variants. I love seeing Secret Wars in a deep, dark red because it sort of sets itself apart. There's so many copies of the book. That's what I'm hunting for these days. I think I just picked up another copy. And I keep paying premiums for them because when they're really nice gradable copies and they're red, it just does it for me. Okay, here's the next book, guys. We got a Marvel Action Spider-Man #1 in a 1 in 10 Kevin Eastman variant. Signed and sketched. Now, shout out to my buddy Slabs and Paper. He sort of hit me to this book. I feel like, did I have it from him or did he offer it in a trade? I can't remember, but he had a CBCS copy. I think he still does. And it was really undervalued for the longest time. I love Kevin Eastman and Turtles. I collect that stuff. Dave says he had a newsstand Secret Wars 8 that was dark red. That's hot. That does it for me. Gets me going. Eastman sketches also do it for me. But Eastman drawing things that are not turtles is a little bit like, there's something a little fugly about it. Like, it's not pretty necessarily, but it is Eastman, and it's very distinctly him. Like Spider-Gwen's looking real Turtles-esque right there. She's fucking, what's going on with her like pecs there? Her shoulder is fucking ripped, bulging out. It's not, it's got that Eastman charm, So anyway, I also think that this might be the first cover with all three of these characters on it. I heard that rumor. You guys should fact check me on that. But it's also Eastman doing Spidey and Miles and Gwen. It's just such a cool cover. It's Marvel Action Spider-Man #1, the Eastman variant, which I believe was a 1 in 10, signed and sketched. So after, Slabs and Paper gave me a healthy amount of FOMO about this book, when he said, oh boy, these are moving, and he showed me some sales prices, I had to go ahead and grab it. I'm weak like that. I just sort of, monkey see, monkey do. I had to buy one. So what are you going to do? All right. Next up, this is the last one before we're going to open our slabs. We're going to open CBCS and CGC next. So let's see what else we got. This one's a heavy one from Alan. Oh, shit. Alan Clifford, Kentucky Keys. I think I know what this is. It's heavy. It's a Star Wars mystery box, you guys. I didn't even remember that I was going to be opening this today. Otherwise, I probably would have promoted it more. If you don't know, guys, Kentucky Keys is an awesome Instagram community member who puts together these amazing Star Wars mystery boxes. And, you know, I don't do a lot of mystery boxes, but, you know, the fun thing about a Star Wars mystery box is, first of all, he makes it so that, and Alan does the peanuts, no hate, Alan. But I am going to make a mess with them just to show the mess you've made, Alan. Are you happy now? Are you happy, Alan? I'm going to have to clean this up later because of you. My cats are probably going to choke on them and die. Okay, enough of that. Thank you, Alan. This is the way. Packing peanuts are the way. This feels like a heavy box, guys. I feel like there's a slab in here, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just a bunch of raws. But it's exciting. Let's make sure there's nothing else in the peanuts here. Okay, nothing in the peanuts. Okay. So anyway, I don't, you know, with Star Wars, there's so many keys, so many characters, so much stuff to keep up on. It's not my forte, personally. I love Star Wars, and I, you know, enjoy the new TV shows and everything, and the comic books, but I'm not like a big reader, big nerd. So for me, you know, mystery boxes are fun anyway. I am a reseller, so I usually get my value back out of a good mystery box. And, you know, and it's also kind of like, I don't know which Star Wars keys to invest in necessarily. I mean, I have a first appearance of Ahsoka. I have a couple of big ones, but this kind of gives me a grab bag where it's like, I am under invested in Star Wars, but buying one mystery box from Alan, Kentucky Keys, gives me a nice little grab bag and a chance to really do well, because I think he sort of does some mystery boxes where you more or less break even and some that are like the big winners. So I see Ahsoka on the back of here. That's cool. Let's see if I got a big winner, chicken dinner. Okay, it's box number 191. I don't know at what point you would know if you were a big winner. Here's a couple of cool little like throw-ins. Kessel Crew, very cool. Sail Barge Creatures, so Return of the Jedi card, okay. A little, looks like an R2 sticker, that one's cool. I might put that on one of my like Star Wars short boxes, you know? Stuff is great for that. Okay, I don't see any indication of a big win here. It might just be kind of a standard issue, which is fine. I love how he puts the glitter stars everywhere. Very nice touch, Alan, thank you. So guys, if you're interested in having a chance at one of these, check him out. He usually does, I think, a few of these a year. They seem to all be Star Wars related. He does them in seasons, like season 1 mystery box, season 2, etc. So check him out. All right, let's just go through them. I don't know if it's a big winner or not. Okay, Star Wars number 3. Or the Star Wars number 3. I think that's the movie screenplay adaptation. Star Wars number 1 Loot Crate exclusive. That looks cool. I see a couple spine ticks. No harm in that. Star Wars 17 Emissaries to Malastare. Okay, Star Wars 20. Here is a Black Chrysanthemum cover with Obi-Wan, which is a cool battle cover. Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron, The Phantom Affair. Ooh, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge number 1. I like this cover. Star Wars Blood Ties number 1. Boba Fett is dead. That's a dope cover. Star Wars number 1, The Force is Strong with this one, I believe. Oh no, that's not Darth Vader number 1. That's not the Black Chrysanthemum key. This is an incentive, it says on the back. So it's a ratio on issue number 1. Cool. A little color rub on that. Star Wars Empire number 14. Cool Darth Vader cover. 4 people in the room. Thank you guys so much for watching live. We have a Shattered variant. My buddy Matt DeMasi from Shattered Comics. This is a dope cover. This is his homage to Star Wars 42, obviously the first appearance of Boba Fett. He does these amazing murals. If you're not familiar with Shattered Comics, guys, he does actual physical murals that are like 4 feet by 8 feet or something really huge, made with shattered glass. And he recreates to scale these classic covers. So whenever you see a shattered variant, just know that you're not just looking at, a comic book cover. You're looking at a piece of art that is transferred onto a comic book. I mean, I guess to some extent all comic book covers are sort of that, but this is a physical piece that's in a different medium than just painting. Just FYI. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Star Wars Empire #4. And last but not least, a John Tyler Christopher Boba Fett. That's really cool, guys, because I completely missed this drop when it happened. So that's really cool. I don't think I got like a special, edition necessarily of the box, but this is a very solid box. I believe the price of this box was $165 shipped. So it feels like I got about that value in here, about $150-ish. So I think it's a solid. That was one of those rare great mystery. Was it? Oh, you mean it wasn't like necessarily a rare edition, but you're saying it was a solid mystery box. Is that what you're saying, Dave? I think it was definitely solid. I'm psyched about that John Tyler Christopher. I don't know where prices have landed on that. Obviously, we're not in like peak Boba Fett season right now, but it's still really cool. Okay, so check it out, you guys. I have all of this stuff, so I'm not going to drag everybody through this. If you guys want to bounce before we do that, that's cool. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 comic packages. Solid indeed, Dave. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I just asked because Kentucky also has like specifically like, big win boxes that are like way more than the value you paid, which is also exciting. So I think that mine was just sort of like a regular win, which is still a win. So guys, you guys want to do CGC or CBCS first? I have both. CGC is going to be a magazine submission that I waited 10 months for. And CBCS is going to be 2 modern books, which I waited 9 months for. Dave wants to see CBCS. He's the first in the room to call it out. My hype man Dave is telling me what to do, or helping me know what to do, rather. Here it is. 2 modern books from CBCS. I already know what they are. I already know the grades, so I'm not going to act surprised. But you guys can be surprised. I am happy with them. I'll let you know that. And these books, I believe, will both be available at this week's auction on Instagram, Thursday night, around 9 p.m. Eastern. I remember when I used to advertise it at 7:30, and I would always start at 8:30, and then I changed it to 8, and now I started at 10:30. Yeah, so I'm moving the expectation a little later and later. I'm saying 9, usually it's 10 or 10:30, but I would really like to be better at that at some point. Trying to get ahead on my work flow so that I can be more consistent with that. All right, here we go, guys. 2 CBCS books they're bangers. I'm just gonna say it, guys. These are bangers here. Both of them. Solid submission. And it's funny because I remember way back in June of 2021, in the middle of the pandemic, actually it was sort of in a good period because the vaccine had just come out, and I was going to LA for the first time since COVID started to do some film work at that time. So I remember getting these 2 books in before I left town, being like, oh, good thing I got those in before I left town. It was sort of like there was a big submission surge happening at the time, and I felt like I got them in under the wire, and this was the beginning, you guys. These 2 books was the beginning of my love affair with CBCS, which is dimly coming to a close. The fire is dimming. The fire is dimming between me and CBCS. I don't know where the love went. I think it was lost somewhere in the 9-month turnaround. Very sad. Tragic how those love affairs fade. CBCS, I'm looking at you. 9-month turnaround when you tell me it's going to be 3 or 4. Yeah, come on. Yeah, CGC sucks. Yeah, I agree. I bring all your business to us. Yeah, come on over here. We're good to go. But aren't you going to be kind of crushed under the pressure of all the new business that you're going to get from CGC that's dropping the ball so hard? Aren't you going to have to... No, come on. Just bring all your books. All those CGC books that we're going to go there. You can bring them all to us. We have this under control, they said. Wrong. CBCS, I'm calling you out. I have 250 books with them, guys, so I'm really not doing a smart thing right now. I should be doing this after I get my 250 books back from them. But these are the first 2. These are the first 2 books out of 250 books coming back from CBCS. Okay. We have Department of Truth, number 9, the Banksy Homage by Chin Potter. This is the first real book that put Chin Potter on the map, kind of blew him up, and it is a gorgeous Banksy Homage, Department of Truth, number 9 in a 9.8 by Pages. Beautiful book. Super psyched to finally have it back in the collection. All right. I don't know how much more bitchy I can get about CBCS. I mean, I know that they're doing their best. I'm half kidding, but I'm venting. Okay, here's the other one, guys. Big banger. Speaking of Star Wars Adventures number 7. First appearance of Hondo in the retailer incentive from 2018. So it's a 1 in 10. First appearance of Hondo, and it's the first cover with all the Rebels on the cover, I believe. I have found this book and graded it, I think, 3 or 4 times now. This is maybe the 3rd or 4th time. This copy, I can up the bitchiness. Okay, thank you, Dave. I can crank it up to 11. Good to know. I found this copy, not to brag, for cover price. Not even a retailer incentive price. I found it for $4 in a back issue bin in Los Angeles. Actually, it was while I was in LA. I sent this submission from LA. I found this straight from the back issue bins, hunting in LA while I was working out there last June. And I shipped it straight to CBCS. It didn't even need a press. Can't get much cheaper than that. And it's a 9.8. This is probably the last copy I'm ever going to find cheap, because this thing is a ghost. The last copy in a 9.8 sold for somewhere between like $750 and $900. And like every time I get a 9.8 on this, I sell it for, I think the first one I probably sold for about $3. Second one I sold for about $4. And now this one, I'm probably not gonna let it go for less than like $8. But it's just crazy how sometimes with a book that you like, you can keep going back to the well on it. It helps if you find it for cover price in a bin somewhere, but I have done really well on that book. So I'm happy about that. All right, let's open the CGC. I can be plenty bitchy about CGC too. Don't get me started on the CGC. I mean, they screwed up so bad that they made me send 250 books to CBCS. So, you know, they're no angels over there at CGC. They're no angels, believe you me. But it's a pick your poison situation, people. It's a pick your poison. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. Am I right? Can I get an amen? I don't know why I'm doing South Shore, Jersey, but it's my roots. It's where I come from in my family, so I slip into that every now and then. Okay. Can we talk about CGC? Can we talk? Okay. Here we go. All right. Magazines. Yay! Shalom. Shalom Haverim. Magazines. Why do they take so long to grade? Why? Why are magazines so much harder to grade? They're bigger? Are they like, oh, the magazines are so big. They're oversized. How could we possibly handle all these oversized items? They're so unwieldy. They're going to take 10 months. It's going to take 10 months to handle your 5 magazines. That's right. That's right. Well, there's no fast tracking option for magazines. That's one thing. Not that I would have necessarily paid for it anyway. But yeah, magazines is a big pass for me from now on. I don't really want to buy them. I don't really want to grade them. I am over it. I'm over it. CBCS doesn't have an option. CGC is the only game in town. I don't really like how they feel. I don't like having to ship them. I don't like anything about them. That said, let's look at the magazines, shall we? I'm also sort of perturbed by these grades, to be honest. And I'm going to look at them because I check the grades because I don't have any discipline about this. I can't help myself. I got a Fugitoid number 1, and I'm going to look at it real quick. It doesn't look, I don't know. It kind of looks worse than I remember it, but not like noticeably damaged or anything. I was expecting better than an 8. I was expecting better than an 8, but an 8 is what I got. I don't like how the labels are like resting backwards they're like recessed. What's up with that? Why can't the labels be upright like a regular slab? I don't know. Anyway, cool book. 8.0, not a bad grade. I probably wouldn't have sent it in if I thought it was going to be less than like a 9. Still feel like it could have gotten a 9, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right. Next up, we have another Fugitoid in a 7.5. So wasn't any more or less pleased about this one. Wow, this one looks all messed up. I don't know what's going on with this one. Jeez. Finger bends on the back like crazy. I'm gonna have to look at, sorry, my key light's over here. I'm gonna have to look at my before pictures of these books because that's a crazy looking bend. I pressed this, so either it reverted like crazy after pressing, or someone manhandled my book. That's wild. That's a bad looking defect right there. So that's a 7.5. That one's a white pager. Interesting. Okay, now we have all of the labels are recessed like that. Is that just what they look like with the magazine? It's so weird. Okay, we have a Last Ronin, Peach Momoko Virgin. This one got a 9.4. I was surprised about that. Again, would not have sent in if I thought it had any chance of getting less than a 9.8, and I don't see anything wrong with this book. Nothing. Maybe we'll look up the grader's notes just for fun and to torture ourselves, because there won't be any. Yeah, really, guys, like nothing. Nothing. Perfect, flawless book. No idea why that happened. Waited 10 months to get a totally, meaningless grade. And this one got a 9.8 grade. 198. All right, thank you. Thanks for that. One of these is for a buddy of mine. So now we get to play the fun game. Which one of us gets the 9.8? Which one of us gets the 9.4, since these copies are indistinguishable from each other? That's going to be interesting. Hopefully there will be some kind of marking on one of them that makes it clear. And then we have this one. Pretty sure this one was mine. This one was a 1 in 10 of Last Ronin #1 in a 9-2. Okay. Again, I think we should check for graders notes together right now on these, because I just don't see it. I don't see what they're seeing on these sub 9.8 copies. Very strange to me. Shall we, guys? Let's look at the graders notes on the 9.2 and 9.4 of the Last Ronins. All right, give me a second here. There's notes. Verify. Okay. Let me share this screen with you. Share screen, Chrome tabs. Okay. Okay, here we go. So let's look at the 9.4 TMNT Last Ronin. I'm going to enter the ID number 384889. Grader notes unavailable. Surprise, surprise. Okay. So you're going to spend 10 months grading my book, right? You're going to inexplicably dock it 2 grade points, and then you're not going to give me grader notes. Somebody's got some splaining to do. I'm going to be calling customer service. I'll look it over more carefully in better light and stuff, but I will be causing a stink about these. Let's just check the 1 in 10, 3, 8, 4, 8, 9, 5. Unavailable. Okay, so both of these books, inexplicable grades, unavailable. Okay. I mean, I can see maybe 9.6. I can see this corner down here. This corner down here has like a little something or other. I know you guys can't see that. Let's get out of here. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a little tiny little blunting on that corner. But like, these books are so easy. They're not difficult to secure in high grade. And I mean, honestly, this thing, I don't know if that was even there when I sent it in. It looks like they dropped it on the corner or something. I don't know. Who knows? They didn't bother to put a grader's note. I mean, that one I can see maybe what they're referring to, but I would say 9.4, 9.6, 9.2. I don't get how they get there. All right. No soup for me, exactly. All right, let's keep it moving, guys. If you guys need to bounce out, I totally get it. I'm going to continue. We're 38 minutes in. Hopefully, we'll finish up within an hour. But thank you guys for watching. We have like 9 more packages to open. So let's see what else we got. Oh, and I should be getting 20 CGC books back soon and like 75 CBCS books back within the next week or 2. So that will be exciting. There should be some really fun stuff in there. I mean, these 2 CBCS books just today were pretty great. Okay, so this package is from Battle World, which is a really great Instagram community guy. I just noted I always put notifications on to my favorite Instagram sellers, especially the ones that do claim sales as their main method of selling, because some of these guys like Battle World and Ironland of Zion and stuff, like when they post stuff, they post it for really good prices, and you got to be there within the first 5 seconds in order to claim it. That seems to be the case. That's the case in my experience with Battle World. So shout out to Battle World for the deals in advance. Let's see what we got from them. Nicely packaged. I love the blue tape. Easy open. board here. Okay, so it's just one book here, big book. This one I don't think was a claim sale. I think it was, I don't remember how or why. Battle World knew I was in the market for this, but as with everybody, I was looking for a First Illuminati. I did not have a copy. I was sort of looking to get a gradable one, and I got a nice, I think he actually did have this as a claim. I think I maybe did a private offer for him, and he accepted, something like that. It's a new Avengers 7, First Illuminati. It looks nice and gradable, so I'm psyched to review that a little later and put it in my grading pile. Thank you, Battle World. Okay, I'm just burying myself in shipping debris right now. I'll have to excavate myself from the wreckage later. This is from Brian in Texas. Major stuff in this mail call, you guys. I mean, it kind of shows you how busy I've been that I haven't been opening my mail every day, that it's accumulated to this point. Trying to ship things out to people, trying to prep auctions, hunt comics, make deals, all sorts of stuff going on. Make YouTube content. What If #1, just a solid copy of What If 1. I think I'm sold out of this right now, and I like having high-grade copies of this. It's still not that expensive of a book. Where are the cats? They're napping right now. I don't think they could get to me even if they wanted to, because I'm so buried in boxes right now. But they're being cute out there, just being cute. So it's a newsstand, and it's a higher grade. I think I got a good deal on it. It does have a color break up here, though. But nice copy. What If is just going to continue to be meaningful, I think, to the MCU as more and more characters, like this week, Captain Carter, coming out tomorrow. More and more characters come into canon from the What If stories. So that's the book that started it all. First appearance, if you will, of What If. So I think it's a good grab. Very meaningful book. This one is from Bad Idea Outpost. This could be interesting. Bad Idea Outpost in Maryland. If you were wondering where all the bad ideas come from, they come from Maryland. I got a letter, which I will read to you guys. This is a pretty cool mail call, I gotta say, you guys. Hope you're enjoying this. I am. This is like a lot of really fun stuff in here. There's like CGC, CBCS unboxings, there's mystery boxes, there's an unexpected letter from Bad Idea. Let's read the letter first. Let's see what we got here. The ever controversial. Yeah, This Week in Comics, the trade is on the table. The cats for the Marvel Spotlight 5. And my soul. You also get my soul in that trade. All right, let's read this, guys. Here is the letter. It says, congratulations. What you hold in your hand is the most important comic book since comic books began. Retirement Plan has been called, quote, the first story truly worthy of the mantle thrust upon humankind by the Epic of Gilgamesh. Others have said, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. The Epic of Gilgamesh is the oldest known work of literature. So you're saying that Retirement Plan, some comic basically no one has ever heard of, is the only story since the very first story to be worthy of humanity? To which we say, substitute for werewolf if that's what you ordered. But also, out of context quotes that make comics look so revered it defies credulity is kind of our thing as an industry. I'm doing a really good read of this. Do you guys agree? Smash that like button and give me a subscription if you think so. All right, it is by this measure that we approach your orders for Werewolf and Retirement Plan. We requested exacting detail in your orders, and exacting detail is what we required. Only 168 of you successfully qualified with your orders for Werewolf, and just 148 of you for Retirement Plan. Which one did I go with, guys? Are you guys aware of this? These are the comics that are given in exchange for those like ENIAC #1 pins and stuff. The pins that you got for being the first in the store, you had to mail in your pin in order to get these books, and you had to choose which one you wanted, only one per customer. So which one did I get? Retirement Planner Werewolf. You just heard the print runs, guys. 168 and 148 for those books. Okay. If you're reading this letter, then take comfort in the fact that you correctly jumped through our many needless hoops, lining up at your local comic book store to obtain a first customer pin. You didn't really have to do that. Making the decision to use that pin to redeem these comics and not hold out for what we've promised many times will be better opportunities in the future. Like, for example, I could have traded my pin for, I think it was $300 at one point. When ENIAC first came out, I could have literally just, someone offered me, I think Justin Comic Talks offered me $300 because it was going for $400 on eBay at the time. So this comic that there are only about 150 of, I forwent 300 cash for this comic. Just keep that in mind. Carefully preparing your order form to our precise and borderline pedantic specifications. It was those. To those of you who have come this far, we say, hope you like the book. We're pretty proud of it. RYP did a great job on the art. Substitute for Gil if that's what you ordered. Enjoy! Bad idea. Here it is. That is the live reading of history, folks. That is a letter from Bad Idea, which I think is no more, essentially. I think this is probably the parting gift from that whole enterprise. So let's see, guys, see what we have. And be sure to tag, like, you know, I don't know, anyone who cares about Bad Idea, like Dinesh, Shandasani, and Flipside guys. If you're watching this and you like my reading of their letter, I'm curious to know what they think of it. I am excited about this book. What do you guys think I chose? The werewolf book or the retirement plan book? Let me know down below in the comments what you would have chosen. I chose retirement plan. I got the rarer one. Let's see, any damages? Nope, looks really good. I just, you know, I saw the covers. I had to make a split decision. I felt that the werewolf book looked a little, I mean, nothing against the artist or anything. It just looked a little much. It looked like a lot. It looked like the one, if I'm going to be honest, it looked like the one that was going to be ordered more. And I felt like this was going to be more of the sleeper. So I guessed right in terms of just who ordered more of what. It's not a big difference. They're both extremely limited. So I don't know. I'm going to check eBay. Let's see what these are going for. Let's see what these are going for live. Share my eBay tab with you guys. Okay, let's just see. Retirement Plan 1 comic. Or Bad Idea. Woo! 1,200 or best offer new listing. So people are just starting to get these and list them and stuff. Somebody's got both of the books listing for 2,500. Now you can see a lot of these people fishing for 4. They're doing 0 bids, 400 start. So it's interesting. People are, you know, remember when I said what my ENIAC pin could have gone for at a time? People are sort of thinking about this as a similar value to what the pin could have gotten them once upon a time. And look, they've read the letter. See, I'm late to open my mail. This is what happens when you don't open your mail in time. I could have been first to market on this. Run of 148. So they know, because they've read the letter, how rare they are. Now let's see what have sold. Okay, yesterday We had one sell for $450. Is that it? Looks like a hero trade has gone for 12. That seems oh, that's December. So nothing has really moved recently. People have started listing theirs. One sold for $450. Do you guys know the trick about 130 point? 130 point eBay sales. It's a website. There used to be a different trick on how to find out what things actually sell for. Now this is the way to do it. To my knowledge, it's 130point.com. So if you're curious when there's a best offer, sometimes even when they're not crossed out, like when there's not a line through it, it still was given a best offer was received on it. So some inside baseball here. Let's see. So retirement plan, bad idea. Hold on, we're gonna search. Looks like my last search was for an FF49. Okay, there you go. Best accepted price, $350. See? You wouldn't have known that unless you went over to 130point.com. So people are fishing for 400 on this, but it is actually only sold one time for $350. Now that we're already over here, let's look at the other one. What's it called? Werewolf something? It's oh, maybe you weren't able to see that. Were you able to see what I just went to? In case I mess that up, I'm going to show you again. Share screen tab. I think I was probably in the wrong tab for you guys. Here's 130. Okay, so there it is, 350 in case that didn't show up before. Super rare pin redemption, blah, blah, blah. 350 sold yesterday, right? So that was 450 or best offer. The way that you know, guys, going back to the other tab, is even when it's not crossed out, like I said, if it says or best offer, don't take it for granted that it sold for the asking price. You want to check the point 130 to be sure. So I'm just curious about the werewolf book. Let's just see while we're in point 130. See if I made the right choice. It's just called Werewolf. It's kind of an unimaginative title. Werewolf 1, bad idea. So let's search for that. See if those have sold at all. Okay, we've got a current bid going on with 6 bids. Wow. Whoa. Okay. That's a big ass price. Okay, this one has a confirmed sale from March 3rd of $13.50. That is redonkulous. So that's the power of going first to market, you guys. This person listed 1,500 or best offer. They were probably on March 3rd, the only listing on eBay. That's how you can get those, that's how you can fish for big numbers if you want to play the eBay game. I mean, theoretically, you could do it on IG too. You could say 1,500 or best offer, but eBay is better for, frankly, FU prices. eBay's better for that. You don't want to have a reputation on Instagram of being like the guy who's like this stiff price that's like so unreasonable, and people have to beg you to get it out of your hands. You don't want to be that guy. That's better for eBay. If you want to fish on eBay, it's, there's no harm in it. You're not hurting anybody. You can put it out there and it's not linked to it's a little bit more anonymous. I mean, there's feedback and whatnot, but you're not going to get bad feedback for just listing a high price for something. No one's forced to buy it, right? So it looks like the only 2 sales on this were $13.50 on March 3rd and $3.50 best offer. Wow. That is $1,000 difference in 4 days. That is the power of being first to market. Now, other people might be playing the game of sending their submission directly to CBCS or CGC. That's another game to play. I remember people played that game with ENIAC #1 back in the day. And when you'd go 2-day submission, 2-day modern with CBCS is probably the fastest way to do it. Unless you want to spend like really big money on insuring it for $1,000 or something. See, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to open the next package so we can get moving here. Move on with our lives. This one is from Stronghold Collectibles in Louisiana. So yeah, that's the other game. You could try to go really fast, expedite shipping on a grading for one of those books. I actually might do that. I'm not really interested in getting just $350 or whatever for retirement plan. It's so limited. I think I might do just that. I might just send it into CBCS 2-day modern. It probably doesn't need a press because these books are, very well made. That's one thing you can say for Bad Ideas, that they make really high quality books. And so I might just get that fast turnaround time and try to be, one of the first to market graded, right? That guy, made big money listing his werewolf first in the raw. That was probably the smartest play you could make. But he might have also gotten lucky, getting it in the mail a couple days earlier or whatever. And the next play, I've missed that boat. Now there are established sales for $350 for both books, so that seems to be the going rate now. Okay. And so maybe I'll try to catch the next boat, get it off to CBCS 2-day modern. So we will see. We will see. Looks like this was a ratio purchase that I made. Just kind of a pre-order ratio book from a solid eBay comic dealer. So let's see what I got. Yep, okay, Stronghold Collectibles gave me Batman Killing Time, the Garner 1 in 25. Ironically, I went ahead and ordered in quantity from my shop to get this variant. I think I was specking a little bit on it being a key, the #1 issue. I really like this cover. The timing is right with the Batman movie. I don't think I really did well on this book. I don't think I should have ordered in quantity. Nobody bought the copies for cover price at my last auction. So this was kind of a miss for me. But I doubled down on it. I got a good deal. At least I got a good price on it in the pre-order. I just really liked this cover. I liked how the money's flying through the air and stuff. It looked like it might be expensive. I'm going to be quite honest with you. It just looked like it might be expensive. Looks like a solid copy, no damages. Again, this could be one where send it straight out to be graded. Doesn't need a press. Don't have it sitting around. I could double down on it. Spend a few more bucks on grading it and maybe have a better return than just selling it raw, probably for the same price I got it for. Okay, next up, we've got Curtis from Massachusetts, just up the road from me, my home state. Shout out to all the massholes out there. And yes, we do call ourselves massholes. We're gluttons for punishment, low self-esteem. This looks like a Whatnot purchase. You guys went crazy on the Whatnot last night. Whew. I found a seller on Whatnot, y'all. Damn, he had good inventory. He had high grade Bronze and Silver Age. If I'm not gonna shout him out right here because I can't remember his name right now. But if you are interested, hit me up on IG, and I will let you know the good word. He was a really cool seller. It was a late night auction, and he was just letting this minty stuff go. It's sort of like warehouse find stuff. To be honest, it was like really nice stuff, and he didn't grade his stuff. Sort of an eBay type seller where he just kind of shows you the book, lets it go, and man, I was able to get a lot of good stuff. X-Men #1, the J. Scott Campbell. Now this Whatnot seller, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy to me how people don't know how to look. I don't think this seller is probably dishonest. I just think he's not looking at his books carefully enough. Because I specifically, I know that these books have issues with spine damage. I just know that from having bought a couple of copies and being disappointed. So I would not have bid on this book if I hadn't asked him specifically about the spine. He said flawless. He said flawless. Okay. I don't know if you can see the flaws on camera. It's hard to see. It's gonna sound like I'm bitching about nothing. You can't see him. The lighting's weird. But the problem is the back cover gets these ticks on this issue. This is just really bad paper, oversized issue. I swear, it looks like I'm complaining about nothing, but you can see it there. You can see how the spine has ticks. And that's what I asked about, and that's why I bid on it, because I wanted a copy without ticks, and unfortunately, not going to get that today. Not getting that today. So I might reach out to him because it's a specific condition issue. It's not that hard to open it up and show the back or whatever. I might make an issue of that. We'll see. I'm such a Karen. I'm such a comic book Karen. Shout out to all the comic book Karens out there saying, this wasn't the condition that I specified. I mean, I know, guys, grading is subjective. Ooh, National Grid bill is great. But when you ask about a certain defect, you're trying to cover your bases. You're trying to cover the seller's bases. I just would not have bid on that book if I knew about those defects. So, a little disappointed in that. No biggie. I'll probably grade it, to be honest. Okay, this is a very strange... This was a Facebook seller. Speaking of condition issues, let's see how we did on this. Definitely going to speak to that guy's manager, to Avengers. So this was a Blade 1 direct edition. I paid handsomely for this because it was a seller who said there were no defects. I took him at his word. Very risky business for a Facebook seller. Again with the back cover, man. It kills me. He said it was flawless. All right. I mean, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's just not flawless. Got these things on the back. That's the thing with inexperienced sellers. People who don't know how to grade comics or whatever, they don't know that this stuff matters. I remember when I first started, getting into grading and whatever, I was sort of like, oh man, does the back cover really count? I just didn't even want it to count. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not fair. It's not really the comic. It's just an advertisement on the... See? Just an advertisement on the back. It shouldn't count. I really honestly think that that's the mentality, because I had that mentality. I was like, oh, but it's perfect except for the back, so it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. It's flawless, right? Right? Is that flawless, guys? No. Oh well. Win some, lose some. It's the thing, when you buy from inexperienced people, you win some and you lose some. I'm going to speak to this guy's manager too. God damn it. Okay, 3 more to go, guys. This has been quite the day. Quite the mail call. Oh, shit! Guess who it is? Oh, I don't want to show you. I'm sorry, Dave. I might have just shown your address. Sorry, Dave. It's a West Coast Avengers! Package don't go to his house and stalk him! Alright, let's see from West Coast Dave. Maybe I can edit this on the replay. Now you guys know where he lives. All 3 of you watching, and one of you is him. Don't steal his identity. He's a really cool dude and member of this community. Oh, he's got a hammer waiting for you guys. Favorite album is MC Hammer's Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him. That's what you guys are going to be saying when you show up at his door trying to act the fool. Gonna be like, please hammer don't hurt him. Classic album. All right, starting out strong, West Coast State. I just forgot who I was opening from. I was like, oh, this person was really nice, thoughtful. Maybe they know that I have a thing for Thanos. Oh, it's Dave, right? We're talking about Dave. I'm a little tired. This is awesome. Check this out. All right, now let's see. Am I gonna have to be a Karen for you, Dave? A comic book Karen? Can we get that hashtag going, guys? Comic book Karen. Shout out to all my comic book Karens out there. Are we still in dual screen mode? No. Okay, good. Hopefully not. Were you guys just watching the fucking? I hope you guys weren't on a tab this whole time. Okay. First of all, awesome Thanos thing. This isn't going in my freebie bin. This is going to be kept by me because this is rad. I think that the other imaginary Dave's partner, who's actually a real guy, I think. I'm just kidding. I think he's an artist, right, Dave? Did he do this? It says Dave on it. And then check it out. West Coast Avengers. I'm gonna sing it like Tom Jones instead of Metallica. Comic hunting and history videos posted every Sunday on YouTube. Frequent live claim sales on Instagram. Shout out West Coast Dave. Dave Korea's art. Shout out to Dave Korea, who's not imaginary. Shout out Dave Korea. Thank you guys. Thank you both of you Daves. So awesome. I'm also going to keep this because Dave's now a friend. It's not going to go in my giveaway / recycle pile like a lot of the other throw-ins happens with a lot of the other throw-ins. Okay, let's see what I got from Dave's claim sales. He-Man Masters of the Universe #1. This is a DC He-Man that I did not have. Super cool, from 2012. Thank you, Dave. I got a... Ooh, that's a hot book. New Avengers 1. It's an Illuminati cover. It is I don't really know the book that well. First solo Illuminati. He wrote it on the back. Thank you, Dave, for the assist. All right, this was a big kind of impulse buy. I remember this well. Spiderman 2099 AD number 35. Late in the run, low print, newsstand, and then I think Dave thought it might be a variant, but I think it's the A cover. But all the same, it's the first Venom 2099. So he has it in 9496. I'm gonna speak to your manager, Dave, if that's not true. But it looks great from the front, and it's probably something I'll grade. I grade a lot of stuff, you guys, as you have gathered from this video. Probably something I will grade. I just like grading anything high grade that is not a common book. Because I like it when there's not many on the census. You know what I'm saying, man? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Flaming Carrot. Again, just an oddball book that is going in my PC. I like me the Mirage Turtles and all that good stuff. Same with this, Turtles Adventures. Numero. Oh, this is just a special. It's a one-shot, Return of the Shredder. Hell yeah. Ooh. It says Near Mint came with cassette tape. Where's the cassette tape, Dave? Why are you teasing me with that? I love that it's Near Mint. You're making me want to grade it. And I would agree. I don't see anything wrong with it. So it looks really nice. Really nice. Thank you, Dave. Ghost Rider 15 newsstand. Glow in the dark. Love it. I have a copy of this grading right now with CBCS that was actually signed by Teixeira, signed by Mark Tex. He signed it right here in the glow in the dark. I wish I had the tape. Now I gotta hunt for that. Yeah, Tex signed a copy of this for me right here. I think it was a second print, if I remember correctly, the gold background. And I remember being like, "Is it okay that it's signing on the glow in the dark part?" He's like, "Yeah, I've done this before." He's like, "I've done this many times. It's gonna be fine." All right, 2 more. Thank you, Dave. That was a great package. Everybody check out West Coast Dave here on YouTube. Again, my cameo coming soon. And over on IG, where he sells some of those beautiful books. Like a beautiful baby that he is. Remember when everyone said, beautiful baby, and you're so money you don't even know it? What movie am I talking about, guys? It's so money you don't even know it. Beautiful baby. Ooh. I love this. Thor 182. This is how I'm going to do all my mail calls from now on. I love this so much more. Swingers. That's right, Dave. Yes, that is the movie it's from. This is so much more fun. Can you be here for all my mail calls, Dave? And NYR924 and whoever else is in the room right now? It's just so much more fun with you guys. And what I was editing my mail call from 6 months ago because it took me that long to actually get through the video, and I was just like, this is so boring. Relative to this, where I can hang out with you guys and get through the mail and make content, and I don't have to edit it because it's live. Thor 182. It's a win. This is a sick Doom cover. I don't remember when or where I got this. I feel like it was in maybe a live IG sale. I don't even know, you guys, but I've been sort of creeping around, picking up Doom covers here and there. I feel like, you know, I'm sort of low on my Doom inventory, and Doom is coming. Believe you me. This looks like a great copy. This is from Paul. It looks like it was from eBay, actually. Oh, that's sweet. He does a little note that says, like, you know, conserving the environment. Oh, Johnny! What's up, Johnny? It's so good to have you guys here. Thor 182. This looks nice. This is a book I would grade. Guys, all those books I got on Whatnot last night, all going to be graded. Super cool stuff. I got a Journey to Mystery Annual Number 1, First Hercules. Perfect square-bound spine. Mwah! Gorgeous. Okay, last package of the day. I can't believe we did it, guys. 1 hour, 14 minutes in. You guys are troopers. You've been hanging out with me. West Coast Dave's been packing, doing stuff like that, and Johnny's hanging out. Shout out to whoever the mystery third person is. Maybe it's Kenny, the cat fiend. But I love you guys. Thank you all for watching on the replay. Remember to smash like, subscribe, brah. All that good stuff. All right. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Here we go. Play that beat, bang. Play that beat, bang. Aww. CNC Music Factory, the mastery and full of gems that have to be pumped to your ears get sore. Live from Brooklyn out to the California seashore, we came to rock and roll, to get on down to something funky with soul. I never knew that line. It's like Marvin's schools of that, stick to my cruise ship, cruise, you mess with me, fickle moose, who's slip? I never knew those lyrics. When I was in junior high, I used to write down all the lyrics to my favorite rap songs. I had to write down, annotate all the lyrics to The Chronic when I was like 13, 12. I don't know, weird kid. Hey, nice book to end the day on, guys. Marvel Spotlight 6. Second appearance of Ghost Rider. Decent copy. It's got some creasing along the top cover. I don't think I have this book right now. Guys, I almost did an epic trade this week. I almost lost my Marvel Spotlight 5 in a trade for an FF49 to try to replace my 7.5. Right now, I currently have no copies of my favorite book, FF49, because I sold my nice raw copy to Johnny. As Johnny well knows. Congratulations again, Johnny. So I'm currently in the market. If you guys know of a affordable copy of FF49, higher grade, I have a fantasy. I have a dream, people. Senny, what's up? Senny in the house. My dream is to have. I don't really need FF48. I think I'm gonna skip that one. I need 4 copies of FF49. I think that will be that's my goal. I want to have it in maybe 5 copies. Let's get greedy. Let's have a nice looking low grade raw. I want to have a graded 3.5. I want to have a graded 5.0. I want to have a graded 6.5 and a graded 7.5. Is that too much to ask? Am I a crazy person? Am I? I think I might be. I am crazy for that book, and I want to have a nice little spectrum so that I feel secure in my collection, in my obsession with Silver Surfer and Galactus. I want to be locked and loaded with that book, you guys. So shout me out if you have any of those grades, either miscellaneous raw, which I just sold, so I'm stupid. 3.5, 5, 6.5, or 7.5. I think I'm gonna start from the top and work down. I'm gonna try to trade for my 7.5. I need to get that back in the collection. I'm actually looking at an eBay CBCS copy right now. So if I can swing it, maybe after this week's auction, maybe I pull the trigger on that. Anyway, I had a trade going on with my Marvel Spotlight 4.5, my Hulk Annual 7.5, and some cash, big chunk of cash for this guy's FF49 7.5. And I kind of got cold feet because I could do a whole video on this, and thanks for hanging out, you guys. But I got cold feet because my initial valuation of my books was like a quick look at GPA for those grades. And I was like, okay, the Spotlight 5, 1600, and the Hulk Annual 600. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he made up the difference with cash. And I was like, okay, I think I'm good with that. Give me a couple days, if you would. And he gave me a couple days. And in that time, I looked more at the pricing, and I was like, I'm an idiot. Because the Spotlight 4.5 is a white pager. And you just cannot find that book in white pages. And I'm learning more and more the premium that people put on white page copies. It's just a scarcity thing, you know? And it's like you want what is less available. And you see listing after listing after listing of sub-white page copies. Sleepy in the house. What's going on, Sleepy? Good to see you, Mark. We got so many good friends in the room with just 4 of you here. We got Mark, we got Dave, we got Johnny, we got Senny. What more can a man ask for? I feel rich with my 4 viewers, you guys. I feel blessed. Thank you guys sincerely for watching. But I was just wrapping it up, Sleepy. Just talking about this would-be trade I was about to make for an FF49 7.5. I'm trying to get back to that since I had to sell. I downgraded from 7.5 to 7 in order to free up some cash, and then I sold my 7 to shout out Hauser on Instagram. He bought my 7 again to free up cash. So now that I'm doing a little better in this particular moment, I'm kind of looking to get back to my 7.5 and then fill out my collection. Thanks, Denny. Love you too. But so anyway, my trade fell through because I realized that we're talking FF49. I'm without any copies right now. It feels very strange. But I'm talking about getting back to my 7.5, and I almost did it with an MS5. but I realized that I was undervaluing my MS5, which was a 4.5 white pager. I really think that's more like a $2,000 book now based on what's available. You know, Mark, it's good that you're here because Mark is Sleepy Comics is a NFT comic book and statue NFT expert, connoisseur, I would call him. His YouTube channel, you guys should give him a follow, subscription rather. It's an excellent YouTube channel where he talks mostly about NFTs, the VV stuff, basically collectibles and comics on VV. And Mark, the VV market has changed my perspective a bit on comic book pricing, on how to price comics as a seller, because VV's like the only market for comic NFTs, and eBay is essentially the market, even though we all deal with Instagram, the public market for eBay. So VV, to my knowledge, you can't really check past sales. Maybe there are ledgers or whatever, but it's not like an easy thing like you can do on eBay where you can see what things have sold for. There's not a GPA for VV, right? You just see what's available, and that's what the price is. The lowest available price on VV is essentially what we call the value for that book. And whether that's fair or not, that's just how it works with NFTs. And so I'm doing that. I find myself doing that a little bit more with my comic book pricing these days, because of VV, or just sort of it helps me have that revelation that yes, we don't want to be like so far ahead of GPA to be like over FMB, but that's what all eBay sellers are doing. They're putting books out there, the ones that aren't doing auctions. They're putting books to sit there above FMB to wait until the market comes to them, right? That's essentially what they're doing by listing books above FMB value. It used to confuse the hell out of me when I looked at eBay and I was saying, this book should only be worth this. Why are people always pricing it above the price? It made no sense to me. Now it makes more sense because they are not in a hurry to sell. They're waiting for the market to catch up to them. That's one of the things that eBay is best for as a seller, is letting things sit there until all of the other copies dry up under them. That's what people do on VV. They list a little bit ahead of the price and just wait. VV moves a lot faster. There's a lot more copies buying and selling constantly. So it might happen in the same day. You see that the floor price of a VV NFT is 20 gems and you list it at 30. It still might sell that day because a whale might come in and buy all of the copies between 20 and 30 gems, and then all of a sudden your copy's the cheapest, right? And then you've just made 50% markup from what was FMB earlier that day. So VV moves really fast. Comic books only move that fast when there's like a huge announcement, like a big, casting announcement, trailer drop, this or that. That's the only time when comic books move that fast. But VV moves that fast constantly. So it helps me see, comic books are sort of in slow motion, but you can still price in a similar way to NFTs. My point being, essentially, back to the Marvel Spotlight 5 that I had in a 4 or 5 white pages. Next time I price a book for myself when I'm making a trade or about to put a claim sale up, not only am I going to check GPA for a 4 or 5, see what's sold, see what the averages are. That is the fair market value, right? But I'm also going to look at availability in that grade, in that page quality, importantly, right? Because if there are no other Marvel Spotlight books in white pages on eBay at all in any grade, and you have a premium on white pages right now, more than I've ever noticed it in the past, then the right buyer is going to pay premium for my white page copy in a 4 or 5, maybe more than they would pay for a cream pages 5.0, 5.5, 6.0 maybe. So it's just food for thought, and it's what made me have cold feet about my deal for the 49, because I was like, I can't value this thing at just $1,600. That's like a very conservative FMV price. It's not taking into account that everyone on the eBay market is waiting for their spotlight to pop off. because of the Doctor Strange rumors. So there are no copies available for FMB, let alone for a white page copy. So I came back to the guy and I said, you know, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to be flaky, but I did a little more thinking about it, and I think that I need to adjust my valuation of this book. I'm not going to put it at $1,600. I'm going to put it at $2,000. And I also think I undervalued my Hulk Annual 175, which was an exceptional white, something that CBCS is doing now, an exceptional white copy of Hulk Annual 1 and a 75 CBCS. You can't find that anywhere. That's sort of a unicorn if you're into exceptional white pages. So I valued that at a conservative $600 price point, and I shouldn't have. You know, I should have been more aggressive with that. I conceded that. I said we'll just keep that at $6, but I need to ask for $2 in trade value for my Marvel Spotlight. And he did not like this. He thought I was being disingenuous. He thought I was trying to get one over on him. He thought I was accusing him of being like predatory on me. He kind of just went off, and it was just someone that I didn't want to deal with. And he didn't want to deal with me because he thought he thought we had agreed to something and I was backing out on it. And in my opinion, I was just reflecting more on it and saying, you know, I had not committed 100% to this. I need to re-examine the terms. Long story short, deal was not made. I do not have a Fantastic 449 in my collection. But guys, let me know what you think. Share your stories in the comments below if you're watching this on replay about deals made, deals missed, what you think of, you know, my etiquette in that situation. And let me check the comments real quick. Senny says, my prices on books on my eBay will be higher than actual value because of the 12 to 15% by eBay is taking now. Yeah, that's one of the reasons people price a little higher, and why people conversely price a little lower on Instagram, because they know that, you know, they want to give people deals, and that, you know, you're not losing that 10 to 15%, 12 to 15% that you might lose on eBay if you sell on Instagram. So that's a good point, Senny. Sleepy, yeah, people sell super fast on BB. And Senny says, for a while, missed the good old eBay day. Yeah, it used to be cheaper on eBay for sure. Sleepy says, sadly, when you want to sell, you have to use FMV, so you have to wait. No deal is done until it's done. Agreed with that. Repricing at the counter. Yeah, exactly. I guess it was a little bit repricing at the counter, but when you're dealing with, you know, $1,000 plus books, it's not chump change. You know, these things matter, and you know, it was my mistake, and I definitely owned up to it. I definitely told him, I apologize. I made a mistake earlier when I valued these how I did, but I have to adjust. You know, I'm not going to let these go for a song, you know. So it is what it is. Other deals will come up in the future. Guys, I got to dig myself out of this what do you call it? Avalanche. I got to dig myself out of this avalanche of boxes and debris from this epic mail call. We went through CGC, we went through CBCS, we got all this great raw stuff. I mean, just to recap, you guys, we got a nice Thor Doctor Doom cover. I'm gonna just go through the big ones, the big books. We got this rare Bad Idea retirement plan, less than 150 exists. Probably gonna grade it. We got the Marvel Spotlight 6. We got the Blade #1, gradable condition, not as gradable as I would have liked. We got the J. Scott Campbell negative, again, not as gradable as I would have liked. Speak to the manager. We got a What If #1 in the newsstand. We got a gradable New Avengers 7, First Illuminati. We've got a red copy of Secret Wars 8. I call it red because that's what it is. It ain't orange. It's more red than orange. So I'm always on the hunt for these red printing variants of Secret Wars 8. And the newsstand New Mutants 98. No slouch on that one. Obviously going to grade that one as well. We got these really disappointing magazine slabs. Many of them mystifyingly graded by CGC with a 10-month turnaround. Not going to bore you with those again. And we got a couple of banger CBCS books right here. This was back from the beginning of the mail call, or I guess not. Oh, and that one too. Ooh, yeah. I'm basically just doing this for Sleepy's benefit because I know he joined later. We got a Star Wars Adventures 7, retailer incentive 9.8, first Hondo, first Rebels cover. A Department of Truth number 9, Banksy Chin Potter homage in a 9.8. We got a Marvel Action Spider-Man Kevin Eastman, signed and sketched. Spidey, sketched by Eastman. Retailer incentive 9.8. And a Daredevil 7 4.0 off-white to white. First red suit Daredevil. A lot of great books today. Guys, this Thursday night will be my next live auction on Instagram at Comic Sales. And every day this week at noon, I'm dropping a new video. So today was the live one. I kicked today's video to tomorrow. So tomorrow you're going to see a haul from 6 months ago when I got back from Fan Expo Boston. You're going to see that haul, whatever I got from that con all that time ago. Be forewarned, I probably don't have a lot of those books anymore. But it's still a fun haul. And then, Thursday, I'm going to be dropping a huge 1 hour long collection breakdown video. It's a modern collection that I picked up again about 6 months ago, and maybe 4 months. And I put all the video together. You can see the hunt. You can see me digging it out of the basement of this club in Brooklyn that I picked it up from. You can see all these tubs of modern books, and you can see me going through it, and I break down the keys and the prices and what I paid for the collection. So that video is coming as well. So guys, I'm just checking it out, checking out the comments. Sleepy says if he knows you, he should know your stand-up guy. I appreciate that, Sleepy. He did not know me. He was just a guy from Facebook. So different community than Instagram. He doesn't know me as a seller. Totally get it if he thinks I'm trying to put one over on him. But, you know, it takes some experience with people sometimes to know what you're dealing with. Dave says, I'm only human, made a mistake, didn't pull the trigger. He'll live. It's true, and I will too. Did I sell the Edge of Spider-Verse 2? I did, Sleepy. I actually sold that, and I got my price of $2,500 for that. So, again, with the color variants, it was not a black copy, but it was a dark copy, and I have experience now, time and time again, of people paying premiums for the rarer variants of books, even when they're not listed on the label, you know. The darker version, you can't argue with that, and there are very, many fewer of them available than the regular copies. Senny says, I still haven't opened your last package. You need more empty boxes. I know, it's a struggle, man. I spent the last 2 weeks organizing all this stuff, and I've got, just to give you an idea, I'm looking at 12 short boxes up on this shelf that all say low priority. Okay? So low priority boxes to sort, 12 of them up there. I just had to, thank you, Sleepy. Thank you on the sale. That gives you an idea. I had to sort out what was low priority and high priority for me to process. 12 short boxes, low priority. 3 more short boxes up there, low priority. So that gives you an idea. I did not have time to process through all the books that I get. I just have to simply put other books away and not deal with them until I absolutely have to. Thank you, Sleepy. Appreciate that. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Dave remembers me watching through that live, probably like when we were a year younger. And thank you again, Sleepy. All right, guys, I will let you get on with your day. I'm going to go eat some lunch, and I'm going to pack up some books I sold last week. So thanks again to everybody who bought books last week. Hope to see you guys this Thursday at the live show. And thanks for watching this long live mail call. Appreciate you guys. Let me go out with my little intro thing. Okay. Peace, guys.